Okay, next we are going to do the title block at the bottom of the drawings. There will be a name, your titles of projects, and also ID and also date of your submission, right? So from this paper we are going to divide into a 3 section. Okay, first section will be name, and the middle is your title, and the rest is your ID numbers, which is matrix numbers, and also the date of submission. Okay, as you can see inside the assignment brief, the instruction states that you have to divide the name with 130 millimeter. As you can see that the total length of your drawing is 358 millimeter. Okay, so for the first section at the name, you have to divide into you have to do the dot line or dotted of 130 millimeter. Okay, 130 millimeter equal to 30 centimeter. Okay, just mark with the dot line, with the dot using 2H. Okay, here. Okay, for the width. Next is for the middle section is your title. Instruction said that you have to preserve 138 millimeter, which is 13.8 centimeter. Okay, just mark here. Okay, and the rest will be 90 millimeter. Okay, so you have 1 and 2 dotted. Okay, so we are going to do the width of your title block. Okay, you have length, and then we are going to do the width. The width of title block is 22 millimeter, so that you have to measure 22 millimeter from the bottom line. Okay, 22. Okay, so let's do the line straight away. Make sure your eyes on top of your drawing. Okay. Alright. Okay. Then we have to do the section. Use your T-square and also your Z-square. One. And another one is here. Okay, so you have 3 sections: name, title, ID and date. Okay, you need to divide into some portion of area to put your name. Okay, for example, that you have to preserve from the upper line, you have to mark 4 millimeter. Okay. And then for the name, you have to preserve 5 millimeter. Okay. And then you have to preserve the gap between your name, okay, or spacing of your name, with 2 millimeter. Another 2 millimeter spacing. And then another 5 millimeter for the last part. Okay, the rest will be 4 millimeter. Okay, and then you can straight away draw the lines using 2H. Make sure you put your hand at your T-square. Okay. Okay, that's it. You just finish your title block, then you are going to put your names here, title and ID and also date. Okay, we will do this one later, as we are going to move to the techniques of lettering. Okay, next we move to the techniques of drawing your lettering. Okay, read carefully your instruction. Okay, like in our instruction says that you have to preserve 10 mm at the top and also at the side 10 mm, and also for both at the right side. Okay, so both sides, right and left side, should be preserve 10 mm of empty space, which is we are going to make it as a margin. Alright, so we need to preserve a 10. Okay, just mark 10 here. For this part, and also mark here, the upper side. Also 10. Okay, so use your set square to do the lines. Until from top until your title blocks. Okay, and also preserve 10 mm at the bottom side. Okay, this one for the left side and also for the upper side. Okay, so we have the margin, and please put also at the right side and also the bottom side. Alright, you see that the instruction says that you have to preserve, you have to do a lettering with the width of first 5 mm and then make some gap of 2 mm for your spacing, then repeat with 10 mm. You have to do another lettering of 10 mm and a gap with 2 mm of spacing, and the third row will be 15 mm. Okay, so and so on, they are going to repeat back 5 mm, 10 mm, 15 mm, and then you have to repeat back until 6 times. Okay, until 6 times of your 5, 10 and 15 mm of row. And at the bottom side, we are going to do a sum sentence. Alright, which is normally, as you can see, that if you realize that there is one sentence that have all the alphabet inside there from A to Z, which is we will do the words of the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, and then you have to repeat back until you have finished until the bottom, at the bottom. Alright, okay, so we do the lines for 5 mm first. Okay, you have to do lines of 5 mm. Okay, mark 1, you mark with dot, and make a space of 2 mm, okay, for your spacing. And then mark another one, 10 mm, and do a spacing of 2 mm. And we move to the next row, which is 15 mm. 5, 10, 15, and then make a 2 mm of gap, and then you're going to repeat back 5 mm, gap with 2, and 10, gap with 2, and then 15, until you have 6 times of repeating of 5 times 5, 10, and 15. So you have 5 mm with 6 row, and also with 10 mm and also 50 mm. Also you have 6 row. Okay. Alright, so we do the lines first. Okay, this one is for 5 millimeters, for first 5 millimeters, and then we have gap of 2 millimeters, and then we move to a 10, gap width 2, and then this row for 15, gap width 2, and then repeat back 5 millimeters. Okay, and then you are going to do the rest. Okay, there is a various type of lettering. Okay, it depends on your characteristic. It depends on your style. As different people, they have different style. They have different style. Like me, I'm always use the rigid one. Okay, because it's simple. But to improvise, you can do some sort like others architectural lettering with the style. Maybe you can have some angles. You can have unique styles. It's based on your fonts, right? Okay. So now you have your lines of 5 millimeters. For guidance, for beginners, maybe you can put different, maybe you can put boxes, okay? Like this one, just assume that, or put 5 millimeters or so, or 3 millimeters of boxes, okay? And then make some space of 1 millimeters or 2 millimeters, it depends on you, okay? And then make some boxes again. Maybe you can put another 5 millimeters or 3 millimeters that I have done. 3 millimeters and cap it 1, 3 millimeters, okay? So you just put the, make it some boxes, okay? So use 5B to draw your lettering. Okay, it depends on you. Some people like a rigid one, okay? Like this one is a rigid one with A is at the middle. Some of people use the architectural lettering with the boxes on top, and some use like angles. Okay, it depends on you, right? So, and also you have to do it every time. You have to do A, B, C until Z, and then you have to repeat with numbers. Numbers starting from 0 until 9, and then you are doing continue with the lowercase. So first you are doing the uppercase, and then you are going to do a lowercase. Okay, continue your A, B, C until up to the right side, and then you have to repeat back A starting with A at the second row, and also A at the third row. Okay, repeat back until you have finished until the right side. Okay, so it depends on your side and on your style. It depends on your characteristic. Okay.